the circle will start closing soon, Vicky.
Probably having a gen right there too, after getting that res, knowing that you have little cover to play off of between the crates and then that train cart that Asia's has been getting peppered in originally, but with Ziki being back, this would be an insanely clutch play for Makers who have held this high ground. Remember, we saw Bleed here originally. Yes, there is that gen. I did see the passive shield regenerate for the Watson.
And talking about passive, I mean, GG have been playing passive most of this game, but for now, they have to start getting involved. You can see them taking up space here. The Newcastle castle wall is down. They've got a couple of rocks to play behind, but how long will this last for? Catwall as well.
Exactly. I was just about to say, with the catwall being available for them, they could slowly inch forward out of the cover that they have already built up for themselves. But you have to be careful with Atnam and this Kraber. He misses it this time, but he has been so consistent since yesterday in landing those shots.
I mean, 4 bullets, he's still got access to that, as well as the EMP, which surely is coming out soon. You can't lose the drone now. That would be such an ugly spot, but they don't. The EMP goes up and they go in.
And Noctum now try to play for second, knowing that GaiminGladiators is going to walk in the third part of this fight. They come in blasting after the EMP to initiate the engagement. Makers get eliminated, and now this is GaiminGladiators, who may be taking a little slow of their time. Blast at a different off angle. Love that with Lufka sliding in to take the first dub of this match point finals for GaiminGladiators.
They don't even look surprised, Vicky. As if it was expected, as if this game went exactly as GaiminGladiators planned. 6 kills, 18 points. That's a solid start on their way to 50 points and achieving match point eligibility.
Strong looking squad. It's going to be GG. The winners of game number 1 are back here in our endgame in game 2.
GG looking to press, looking to try and get even closer to that match point threshold. There are 29 points, and there is still plenty to be gathered here in this last circle. Drop the last remaining player from Bleed, just trying to survive, just trying to say, I want to avoid these sightlines right now and maybe hope that GG and Complexity fight so we can maybe sneak a second.
Well, good news for us is he's not playing crypto, which means that
we can see him.
We can see him. And everybody else can see him as well, which might not be good news if you're a Bleed Esports fan, but for Blast, it means he can send it. He can get that kill, get that elimination. And GG here, who have complete and utter control of this zone, might be looking to go back-to-back.
What does GG have defensively here? You've got the Catalyst, and you do have a wall to use if you need it, but Complexity are getting aggressive.
Lufka just trying to play an anchor position here, but here's the swing from Light. Blast will get the first knock. Light's still alive here. Complexity trying to push themselves. The follow-up is coming in now from Blast. He can't get it either, and all of a sudden it's down to Lufka.
Great Newcastle res though, and now you just got to back up!
GG will go back-to-back in our match point finals. From unspoken to undeniable, GG are looking incredible on our main stage.
The GaiminGladiators are here with one task in hand, and it is to win this trophy. GG are approaching. GG are close to match point, but will they get there here?
Blast looking to do what he can. Mobile shield goes down as well. They only need a few points here. Light has decided this is not my time to fight. He's going to try and get there through placement.
Yeah, he wants to get up into that top 5, maybe even a little bit further. It is still doable via placement points here. Bangalore has the smokes, a good character to try and rat with. Alliance are taking damage, and Light could find KP
He's looking for the KP. He's firing in on this fight. Nades are going to go. Sends one up towards the skies. It's big damage. It's been knocked. And oh my God, Light, you've just put GG onto match point.
GaiminGladiators will be the first to cross that line. And maybe Light still has a reason to do some damage here in this lobby for the remaining 3 squads.
Dreamfire versus Guild. Light still alive as well. They're trying to hunt him down here. Light, you've done your job, but can you do something miraculous? It doesn't matter. GG eliminated as Dreamfire look to put their first win on the board.
Guild have got a good position though. I like this from Guild, and they have utility and potential shield swaps.
And a Kraber. Now, can you hit the shot? MT's got one as well.
Oh.
We've seen 360 no-scopes. The drone is good practice, but now it's time to take it from the firing range. to the live environment. Legacy looking to move up here. He's got the turbo on that Havoc as well. Can't quite get some damage, as the shield will be good enough from the Newcastle to stop it.
Good EMPs, and actually the Kraber shot onto that drone might have been a shot that was very important to hit as well. It didn't allow them to push up on what could have been potential damage from an EMP.
Well, like I mentioned, MT, he can hit this when he's spinning in circles. Uh-oh. Legacy looking for the off angle. Oh! If a Pathfinder had hair, it would have been removed.
I mean, trying to hide from two angles, from two Krabers, is not going to be an enjoyable experience. Another EMP arrives, and maybe that will be the call for Guild to send it.
Legacy managed to break that drone once more. The Newcastle finds those rocks are slipping, but also finds the Mastiff is good enough to get that first knock. Guild Esports cannot hold. Dreamfire will close it out. And Dreamfire step up here in Germany to win the game on Stormpoint.
Much to the crowd's delight, as Dreamfire put their names up into the top 5 in the overall standings right now. And look what it means to them.
This place is rocking.
Dreamfire fans, they travel from far, but they travel in packs. And they've always been here at ALGS. And now they have a reason to scream and to shout.
Most likely VKG and TSM will be getting into it and playing for second.
It was riskier for VKG because they were going to be forced to rotate into the line of sight of TSM. The EMP rings out, but VKG found a little corner to play off of. They have set up the Watson Gen 2. TSM now jumping into the line of sight of Guild, finding some space to be able to play safely off that low ground that you mentioned. Redstone with the knock, by the way, too, with the Kraber. He got a huge knock, but they can't fully engage on it just yet.
That's insane that they got the reset there for VKG. Now they move up a little bit further, taking away some of that high ground from Guild that we talked about. They're playing from the roof, but sooner rather than later, they'll have to drop.
You know, Legacy in the comms was like, it's safe on me, it's safe on me. He was able to
getting inside?
TSM got inside for free. Are you serious? I mean, they had to, right? Guild felt so pressured, and they had to reset on top of that.
It's just such a smart call, though. Zap has been doing so well after the first day here for TSM. Verhulst this morning saying he's been playing almost perfectly.
Lots of confidence within the new IGL for TSM. The props for Verhulst with the circle starts closing in as they're stuck in the corner.
The way VKG have set up the fences down the bottom now means you're almost certainly going to fall into their web as you come off the high ground. MT tries to pop the EMP.
No way! The EMP timing slowed down TSM so much. It took a lot of circle damage, but it's fine. They still have a sliver of this corner to play off of, but I don't believe they're going to be able to fully reset. But for Guild now, jump down, and they're able. TSM runs though! Oh my god! That Kraber shot was huge, but Guild cannot clutch at VK Gaming! Walk up for free!
BK Gaming. Only one of them with any LAN experience before playing at the Split 1 playoffs. And they look like they've been here their whole lives. Alliance hide behind the wall. A Kraber in the hands of hackers. It's stopped teams winning tournaments before. So much responsibility in this man's hands. EMP is ready to go. The drone not risking it until now.
Calm before the storm. The Newcastle, though! GaiminGladiators need to finish this fight quickly. They push in with the Newcastle wall. That is the green light for NRG to come up behind them for free. GaiminGladiators didn't know. With NRG coming up behind them, that is a lackluster information from not having a crypto drone.
Blast gets the wall off, but Lufka is not going to be able to get the res onto Lights. He gets finished. Alliance go up against NRG. I don't think GG can pull this back.
They didn't have to jump that early. Now that is Alliance who have taken the height. NRG stuck in between both squads. Are you kidding me? GaiminGladiators, they originally have height and now have swapped places, but it's still doable. Blast, Lufka, only a eliminated.
Alliance have had a taste of victory recently, and they want another shot at it. So they take out NRG and win match 5. Until that final 3. GG looked phenomenally good on top of Mirage.
I'm very happy for Alliance, but I'm sorry. I am so cursed. It is never gonna happen. I'm never gonna have the moment to celebrate with the team. Or maybe never say never.
Notmoist have full control of zone here. You can see it's going to be pulling right towards them. So Fnatic are probably going to be the first team to be exposed. NRG have a few rocks to play behind, and you have to wonder, Fnatic knowing this, are they going to try and play for second here and send it on to NRG? That looks like what they're trying to line up right now.
Fnatic looking towards NRG. The shield, though, will maybe make them double think this one and second guess themselves ever so slightly as Fnatic maybe approach onto Moist side, but look at the shields on the side of not Moist.
Oh, Timmy! He just got absolutely ripped by Nocturnal on that devotion. You have to wonder, though, is there an opportunity to push off of it? Nocturnal's trying to swing on it, and Nocturnal, he's going to find 2. Nocturnal with 3! That is a play to remember.
NRG deny not Moist, but it will open up space for Fnatic to push out here.
Fnatic now move up through the Bangalore roll, trying to take a little bit of height over NRG. Yuka, Suzuki, it's 1 to go for Fnatic to announce themselves in our match point finals.
Well, they dropped down towards Stacks. They took control of Dome, and they held it for the entire game. But it was how they were able to manipulate other teams' path. They forced Bleed away. They said, no, you're not allowed into Dome. They made it a fortress. And I think they know it as they wait behind this rock, as they want SSG and Fnatic to fight. So Fnatic have already crossed it, SSG have already crossed it, but NRG are hoping, praying that they fight one another.
Well, the crazy thing for NRG is I don't think they realize Fnatic are a duo at the moment. If they do, they could send it and get those 2 KP and the placement point that would send them over the line. So for NRG, there's an opportunity here. Maybe they're just waiting for Fnatic to show, let the zone do the damage, and then play off the back of it.
Well, have they shown enough? You can see Nocturnal considering it. He's getting closer. He certainly saw 2 heads pop up. Will they be able to join and make it 6 match point teams going into the next? The zone's about to close, so they are going to be forced out slightly, but SSG are beginning to encroach on their space.
Nocturnal! Oh, Nocturnal! This man is putting on an absolute show for everybody today. 2 more for him, and that puts NRG onto match point.
Can you follow it up with a win, though? That's the real question, as now SSG closed it.
SSG will move in. Nocturnal can't quite pull off a miracle, but they have done enough. NRG will hit match point. SSG, the winners of this game, will hit match point as well. And boy, oh boy, did the chasing pack turn up. Now we have multiple teams, 6 in total, who will have the chance to close it out and call themselves champions.
And this is what I was worried about when I said, if you're Alliance, if you're GG, you will be kicking yourself if you don't take that opportunity in this game, because everyone was starting to get a little bit too close for comfort. But Storm Point just hasn't been the map for GG, and sadly wasn't for Alliance either.
Calm before the storm. Look where NRG is positioned, taking shots from the cable cart. Bleed playing right underneath them. Guild playing off the fence line. C9 looking at Guild as C9 are going to desperately be in the line of sight of both Guild and Bleed.
Okay, Mozam's Eva come out now as Guild are getting into an unlucky fight here and will get taken out. Unfortunately, the engagement with Cloud9 happens at the same time. TSM and Bleed still trying to keep this series going, but NRG are well set up here.
The TSM chants are ringing through the crowd now. This is their moment. The double catwall that you saw. GaiminGladiators hiding behind the Newcastle knockdown, but he does not have a gold knockdown shield. They do not get the full reset as quickly as they want, as now NRG are forced to collapse on Bleed.
Oh no, Bleed take a knock, and NRG looks so safe behind all of their walls. 5 teams. 4 teams now left alive. Reptar with even the overshield to help him through this last circle.
Is this the moment though? NRG in a tough position. TSM hailing from the high ground, looking like vultures. This is their moment. Our last 2 teams, we have more games of Apex. TSM versus Bleed, and TSM keep this series going.
Relief, elation, confidence. All of those flowing out of the different members of TSM right now.
C9 meeting them, having to slide right back down to the stage that they built up for themselves and the Watson. You saw the Nemesis shot from the other side. Bleed have now officially hit match points. So many teams now, though.
Guild's done amazing things as a rat. MT on that crypto. Some have called him the best rat in the game, but it's just him. Unfortunately, they don't make the rotation with all 3.
And TSM get eliminated. Look at this chaos. While GaiminGladiators are completely uncontested on the north side, outside of the tracks.
Well, they were, but then they lost access to the weather tower, so they try and hide behind this tiny part of rock.
All eyes on VK Gaming. The nades. The different angle. GaiminGladiators down to 1. C9 engaging on a fight. It is Team Liquid who are still alive in here.
Only 1 left alive for Guild and for GG. Until now, it's a respawn.
The clutches res from GG here. Trying to, at least on the other side. It was Gil that had gotten the clutches res, bringing both members back. Bleed still inside the train station.
I think MT lost his drone, so instead of being able to stay in Viz longer, he gets revealed.
Oh, finds a mirror Guild Esports on the sticks, and Team Liquid get whiff of the res. They completely pull out. They look alive and healthy. GaiminGladiators eliminated from this lobby. Only Guild alive, and we get more Apex.
We're going more!
We got more, everyone. Bleed dropped down. Liquid, Bleed, and VK Gaming have seen us through. Our last 3 squads, VK Gaming do it. Liquid Alienware trying to put respect on their name. Budo Beach and Liquid putting themselves on top, getting the dub. That was so crucial. They were sitting in 15th overall before that. Waving the flag. Viva Mexico! It's a beautiful Nessie, but this is how it starts. Look how many teams just hit match point, Genome.
3 more. We've got VKG, who picked up 16 points. They move up into 5th spot, continuing their incredible run and take match point eligibility. They are joined by Bleed, up to 60 points now. And Team Liquid with that 7-kill win, that gets them to 51 points.
Only complexity and enter Force 36 as Verhost, the Grenade Master.
Verhost wants to win this. The Sky Nades. They take out 1 member of Guild. They take out 1 member of NRG. That's the 2 teams who potentially were pinching them, as now we look at Alliance.
Alliance have taken a lot of damage, but TSM, they take out another team. NRG now go down. Alliance take down Complexity as well. 6 squads remain. 5 are on match point. Unless Enter Force 36 win this game from the top of that cake building that they took right at the start, we will find our winner right here, right now.
How many times, by the way, are Guild just going to be allowed to respawn a player in the late game? Not for the first time we've seen it. Phony's going to get a knock here for SSG, who are trying to progress forward. Not sure if they managed to finish it off, but here comes Gil to get a little bit of a helping hand. Shuby's going to try and escape to that second level and will manage to do so. Hackis has been finished though. Phony from SSG reduces them to 2.
It's nervy times for every single team, for every single member of this audience, for you and I, for everyone watching at home. TSM have the Northwest, but they have to approach now as E36 still sit on this high ground, may I add, and keep that in mind.
The only team who is not on top or inside of one of the levels of the building in front of TSM is TSM. Everybody will have to leave. Everybody will have to fight. And TSM can bide their time.
They can bide their time, but also enter Force 36 are on the high ground. Now Alliance as a 2, trying to deal the damage, trying to pin back the team here, to survive, to give themselves a chance as a duo.
It's a 2v2. Dropped and Shuby. They're going to find Mr. Mozambique and Co. Tyler will go in. Can't quite finish, but the zone surely does the damage. Bleed, Esports will die. They will fall out of this lobby and Alliance will live.
And E36 have the crit.
They're sending it on to TSM. TSM have to hold. Reps will go down. Verholt's down. Snap, it's all up to you. Can you clutch for TSM as a solo? 5 squads now remain. Koifel. TSM are out. SSG go forward, but they take damage. Guild has been eliminated. Alliance still as a duo, by the way. Might be dropping here. Unlucky on his own. Won't win it, but SSG will become your champions here in Germany. And Zainu becomes the 2-time.
So SSG, out of nowhere it feels like. And it's not 1, but 2 for Zainu. But a first for his teammates. Alliance, a valiant effort as a duo. But we finally conclude our match point finals here in Mannheim, Germany. And it is Space Station Gaming. At one point, the question was even, will they get any points in this match point final? The first 2 games of today, they were on 0, but they slowly crawled their way back to 50. And then when they got the opportunity, boy, did they seize it.
So the title goes back to North America.